Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Today's starting pitcher, Cam Schlittler. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
About to get started here. Here's George Springer. And this one is off and running. Fought off foul. In the air, left field. One up, one down. Let's take a look at our lineup. Chris, this is an offense that puts the bat on the ball. Tough outs pretty much throughout the lineup, and they have fewer strikeouts than any other team in the league.
Yeah, Boog. Facing a lineup like this keeps you on your toes. You have to make plays for your pitcher. This offense always seems to apply pressure. Plus, if they run the bases hard, it just adds another dimension to their game.
Ball one, no strikes. You rewind and think back to those Giants teams that won 3 world titles. They were pretty good contact-based teams. Obviously, the Royals as well. It feels like it's swinging back a little bit towards there's an advantage to having some guys in your lineup that make contact. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Out to short, Volpe. Tosses to first. Great pick. They get out number 2 on a tough play.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Late swing, foul to the left. Varsho, the rangy center fielder. He made his major league debut when he was 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017. 2 down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off.
Ball.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The 1-2. Down and in, moved his feet. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Inside.
High,
and
that hit him.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 7, Setsuma Okamoto.
Ground ball up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. Varsho around second, headed for third. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Batting fifth,
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Yohendrick Pinungo. That one clips the outside corner. Strike one. Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off.
Ball. 0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
The 1-2.
No, man, that's a ball. Man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And that one missing low.
That's a really good take.
Jesus Sanchez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a payoff pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Stays alive. Three balls, 2 strikes the count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The kick, the 3-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Blue Jays leave a pair. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back for more from the Bronx. And the starter for Toronto, Trey Savage. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, it's a 3-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all 3 if he's going to have success on the hill today.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. That one ripped. Varsho racing over to make the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Nice grab. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
2 down, bases empty. Aaron Judge at the plate. He has, as they like to say.
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. That one ripped, but foul. Here comes the 0-1. And Judge takes a strike. Got him swinging. We played an inning, no score. We move ahead to the top of the second now. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez. Line drive. And a quick out, number 1. Ball one, no strikes. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Second inning here, no score. That one finds the corner, and it's 0-2. Schneider wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and the strike is overturned after review. Still 2 challenges left for them. Way out front for strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Two down, nobody on.
Ball one.
Right side. And that one handled. Tosses to first. That's out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
Just missed. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
That's a ball.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
No.
Just off the outside edge. Pitch
Ball
misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And now it's filled up. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. What a stop. Over to first. And he gets it.
Got him. That's an out.
Nicely done.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. Check
That's a
swing,
strike.
and he went. That's strike 1. fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Carrying well. Holy Toledo. A solo shot. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
That's off the mark. Ball 1.
Be
Pretty
right.
good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And that one was indeed a strike. So that removes their last challenge. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Swings through him for the K. That K is his 3rd of the game. Yankees draw first blood on a solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back here in New York, and now for the Jays, Tyler Heineman.
55, Tyler Heineman.
There's a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And now it's even up. Fouled off. He was late. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a ball and 2 strikes. In the air to left center. Jones should have this one. And there's 1 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
George Springer.
No, that's outside.
To third. McMahon fires across the diamond. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's 0 for 1. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
No.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
No.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Line and a base hit into right. And the tying run is on base.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the center fielder, number 5, Dalton Varsho.
Ball outside.
The 1-0. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Good job to fight that one off.
No, that's a ball. Too low.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Swing and a bouncer, but
That's a
it
foul
kicks
ball.
foul. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next.
Come on, Cam.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and it gives them the lead in the 3rd. It's 2-1. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Kazuma Okamoto.
Ball, that's down.
The 1-0. That one pushed foul. Swing and a foul out of play. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And there's a fly ball deep right field. This one's got a chance. And gone! They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Foul ball there. Comes up empty.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him looking. Out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and stepping in for the Yankees, Spencer Jones. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. The 0-1. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Takes it in for the out.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Ball. Ha!
The 1-2 goes down swinging for the strikeout, and that's 4 strikeouts.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Back to the top of the Yankee order, Trent Grisham, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far.
No.
Fastball for a strike.
No.
That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball misses down and away. Rice hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat. They'd love to give him a shot here.
And a payoff pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So the Yanks go in order. Score holds. It's 3-1. New inning getting started, and now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez.
Jesus Sanchez.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. And a ground ball to first, and foul ball. In the air, left field. Bellinger settles under it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the left fielder, David Schneider.
Ball. Ball 2. Hurt.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. The 2-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Jimenez in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. And a foul ball.
Ball 2.
That
Ball.
one misses. Ball 3. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Base knock center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. And look out.
Time.
That
It
one
got
gets
him.
him.
Take first.
The second man he's plunked in this one.
Second baseman.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. George Springer digs in now. This is a guy that they are counting on to deliver, and early on this season, it's been a struggle.
Ball.
Bottom line, his resume says he's a good hitter, just has not gotten off to a very good start. And you got to figure, regress to the mean, water finds its level, all those sayings, that he will end up having a good year. 2 on, 2 outs. And now 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I'll tell you this, nobody on his team is worried about it. They've seen him do it year in and year out. May get off to a slow start, may have a slow mid, but when the game's on the line, when the season's on the line, he's the guy they want at the plate.
Fights it off, you'll see another. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score, and they lead by 3.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Cam Schlittler gives way, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Ryan Yarbrough.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Right through there for a strike. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
Ball.
Hit on the ground to short. Volpe. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 4-1. You're dialed into the show. Back in the Bronx, and stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice.
Number 22, Ben Rice.
You know,
Ball.
these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Here's a 1-1. Hit on the ground to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
That one fouled off.
I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
Rice gets his lead at first with nobody out.
Ball.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That's to third. Okamoto. Off balance speed. There's one. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Bellinger.
Base is empty after the double play. Here comes Belly to take his cuts.
Steer right.
The Yankees trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Yankees 1. We go to the top of the 5th, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. This one in the air. 1 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the third baseman, number 7, Kazuma Okamoto.
One. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Brent Hedrick, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Doval, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. The 0-1. And that clips the inside corner. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges. The 1-1. And that drops in for a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Here we go, Yanks.
This one in the air, right field. Way back there. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Bounced up the middle. Volpe. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next to the BlueJays, the designated hitter, Yohendrick Pinango.
2 outs, base is empty. Yohendrick Pinango next up for the Blue Jays, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Got him. Third out. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Back at Yankee Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today.
What do you got?
It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Got him swinging for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight. He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Oh, 1 down.
No, that's a ball.
Obviously, a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
Home man for the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
The batter, number 11, shortstop Anthony Volpe.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Ball 1.
And that misses. And the count is 2-0.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Hey!
Next offer in there for a strike. That is strike 2. In the air to left center. Varsho gets under it. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Yankees. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. Stepping in, Jesus Sanchez.
The right fielder, number 12, Jesus Sanchez.
Let's go, Yankees. Show 'em how it's done. There you go, Ryan. Come on.
Well, these Blue Jays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. And he'll challenge that called strike. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. The 2-1. Foul ball. The 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
The left fielder, David Schneider.
And that misses. And that's ball 1. That one blasted deep to right. Carrying well. See you later. That one felt good. And they add on. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Now here is Andres Jimenez in the air, right field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the catcher, number 55.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Ryan Yarbrough is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Camilo Doval on to pitch out of the pen here.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
Foul ball there. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the top half of the 6th. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. That one the other way, and a base hit. And now a two-out opportunity for George Springer.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Heineman off of first with 2 away. And it's fouled away.
No, that's down.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
The 1-2.
Ball.
And down on strikes he goes, and that is that. Toronto extends the lead on the solo shot. It's now a 5-1 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Bottom of the 6th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Spencer Jones.
Spencer Jones.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. The 0-1. On a line, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And it's 1-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The Jays leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. The next offering misses. And a full count now. High fly ball, right field. One down.
Up next for the Yankees.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Back to the top of the order. Now here's Trent Grisham.
Let's keep it going.
Hike.
In the dirt.
Here we go, Trent.
The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Got him looking for the K. Strikeout number 8. Ben Rice now at the plate. His home and away splits there.
Number 22, Ben Rice.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1.
Ball 2.
On the
Foul
ground.
ball.
And that's just foul. Three-two now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Three-two now. This one high in the air to left center. Schneider has a beat on it. And that ends the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Yankees 1. Back in New York. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
On the ground, right side. Jazz tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. He crushed one out of here earlier, an absolute tape measure shot.
Yeah, indeed. It was a rocket. Just launched that thing. His swing, man, is so clean right now. I doubt he even felt the baseball make contact with the bat. That slider breaking in can be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
Doval, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. The 0-2. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
High fly ball out to left field. Bellinger moving under it. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the third baseman, number 7.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Camilo Doval done for the night. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
They go with one of their more experienced arms in this spot, Fernando Cruz.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Yep.
2 down, nobody on. Here are the top half of inning number 7.
Ball.
Let's go, Fernando.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that extends the inning. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So up next for Toronto, Yohendrick Pinango.
Ay.
Okamoto, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Come on, Fernando.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. And that's going to get into the corner. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
Back-to-back base hits. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a pop-up. And that is that. Blue Jays leave a pair. They're up 5-1.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Chase Lee. This is his 3rd time out this year. Here's Judge now. The Yanks in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
The Yankees looking to rally.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Lined into left center, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Yankees, the left-hander, Cody Bellinger.
The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Now the 0-1. That one pushed to the left and foul. The Blue Jays leading by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
One out man at first. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Can't glove it cleanly. Lead runner around second. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Everything came together for him. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And that misses. And that is ball 1. Two on, 1 out. That one outside. And a count now 2-0. Right through there for a strike. That one missed. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. Still 1 challenge left for them. Second and third, 1 away. Strike on the inside corner. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Payoff pitch. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So all eyes on the man coming to the dish right now.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
No, too low.
On the ground, 2 ball. To Jimenez. Double play.
He's out.
They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Leading off for the Blue Jays, the left fielder, Davis Schneider.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball, left side. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the shortstop, Andres Jimenez.
Ball.
That smash towards center. Jones should have this one. 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher, number 55.
Now the catcher up to hit, Tyler Heineman.
Ball.
In there at the knees. That's strike 1. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And the strike call will stand. No challenges left for them now. Two down, nobody on. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. And these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Back at Yankee Stadium and stepping in for the Yankees, Spencer Jones.
Spencer Jones.
That one fouled off. And the 0-1. In there at the knees for a strike. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Here we go, Spencer.
Ball. Ball 2.
Got him. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
The catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
This one ripped, but foul to the right. Oh, 1 now. Right through there for a strike. The Yankees down by 4 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Chase Lee won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
out of the bullpen for the Jays, Yariel Rodriguez. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
Let's go, Trent.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
Ball 1.
Breaking ball,
That
and that got him.
Take first.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Dan Wright.
Right through there for a strike. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Mason Fluharty getting ready to go. Rogers also throwing. Grisham off of first with 2 away. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike.
No,
go
that's
after him
a
and
ball.
finish him off.
Good job to fight that one off. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Stays alive.
We're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Ball.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swings and misses. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. 1 left for the Yankees. They're down here 5-1. We go to the 9th. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer.
Here we go, Fernando.
Ball. Ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
Just about to get started. Here's George Springer to start it off.
Here we go, Cam.
Just
Ball. That's
missed.
too low.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. And it beats
You're
him.
out.
What a play. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Singy, the numbers tell us this is an offense designed to swing it. They're not going to force a ton of action on the bases. And so obviously that is one of the focal points that we'll look at.
And you look at the quality of the at-bats because of the fact that the legs aren't a part of this game. They have to be very selective. Look for long pitch counts, grinding out at bats, and really barrels to the baseball because it's a lot easier to jog around the bases than for these players to sprint.
That's a strike.
Vladdy measures 6 feet even, 27 years old, and he was born in Canada. There's a line drive to left field. 2 down.
batting third, the center fielder, number 5.
2 down, base is empty. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays.
No, that's a ball. Ball.
Close,
Ball 3.
but called a ball. And now 3-0. right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. In the air to left center. And that is that. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here in New York, and our pitcher in this game, Trey Savage. And singing, it's not hard to see, he's been outstanding.
Well, you just take a look at the numbers, ERA in the low ones. He's clearly been one of the best pitchers in the league this year. I mean, just dynamic stuff. It's electric as well as it comes through the zone. Hitters trying to figure out what he's doing. So hard to think with. And the only bad thing for him is that your ERA can really only go up. It's hard to take it down lower unless you throw a shutout. So we'll see what he's got in this one.
C-Ride.
And a big swing and a miss. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Batting second, the first baseman.
As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. This is one of the best teams in the league when it comes to drawing walks, Chris, so we'll probably see a very patient approach from them.
Yeah, Boogie, that's often what leads to a lot of runs scored. You get runners on base, you work that pitch count up for the opposing pitchers, and then you take advantage when they make mistakes. You get into that bullpen. You can tell that everyone up and down this lineup just comes in with a great plan of attack, a lot of patience, just like you said.
That's a ball.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
With that kind of velocity and elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
2 outs, base is empty. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Ripped to right. And that will end the inning. Scoreless after 1. Back in the Bronx, and now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto.
Ball.
Check swing. He went. Strike 1. That was the sweeper, but it missed. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Takes it in for the out.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. No score here in the second. That one lifted to left. And there's two away.
Batting six, the right fielder.
Next to hit, Jesus Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Hey!
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count is 0-2. Got him. That's the third out. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, bottom half of inning number 2. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees.
Here we go, Cody.
Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
That's
Started
a check.
to go
Did he
after
swing?
it. Now we'll look down to third. No swing. And there's a ball. Next offering upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And there's ball four.
Take your
Pretty
base.
easy walk right there. Last
Batting
pitch wasn't even much to think
third
about.
baseman, Ryan McMahon.
One gone runner at first. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
He rides.
And the 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Man at first, one away. Quick move to first, and he dives back in safely. In the air, right field. Sanchez under this one. He's got it.
Batting seven, the shortstop, Anthony Bullpen.
Just
Ball
off the
outside.
outside edge, and it's 1-0. Fouled off left side.
Ball.
Chisholm leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one fouled off. 2-2. In the air to left center. Varsho on the move. He's got it. And that'll do it. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Jays, Davis Schneider. That one in there across the letters.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Let's go, Cam.
1-2 now.
Ball
Great job
2.
of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming. Out towards right center field. Judge gets under it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting in, the shortstop, Andres Jimenez.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. And that's outside. Top of the third, no score. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Next offering down in the dirt. And that's ball 4.
Too high. Go to
Maybe a
first.
little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Tyler.
1 down. And next for Toronto, Tyler Heineman. This is
off the
again
plate.
5 in a row. And there's a foul ball. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He circles the bases. The Blue Jays on the board first. It's 2-0. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he was going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
There's a strike. Springer thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Hi. Ball.
And a 2-1 on the way.
That's up.
Missed.
Ball 3.
2 runs across in the inning. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Now he's challenging the called strike. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. Payoff pitch. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Gone into Monument Park. That one landed amongst the legends. They go back to back, and they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In the air, out towards right center. And there's 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
No.
2 down, nobody on. That's
Ball,
inside. No. And the count 2-1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And it remains 2-2. Next offering upstairs.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Throws to first in time. That's the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back for more from the Bronx, and stepping in for the Yankees, Spencer Jones.
Hike.
That one drilled left field. That's back. And that one becomes property of the beast. He sends it out of here. And they cut into the deficit. It's 3-1.
So frustrating for any pitcher. Finished outside the zone, and he still managed to get punished with a home run. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the last half of the third. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Sanchez going back on it. Holy Toledo! Another one. Back-to-back homers.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham.
Ball one.
And the 1-0.
What do you got?
Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Did not go. The 2-1. That one ripped left field. That's back. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman.
That's a really nice job right there. Great awareness, making the catch up against the wall. You see the perfect technique, feeling for the wall with the bare hand while keeping his eyes on the baseball as it's coming down, his glove in a good position to make the catch. That's exactly how you do it.
That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Takes it himself. That's the second out.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
It's Aaron Judge now. He's 0 for 1. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Ball.
Strike 2. Sit down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back at Yankee Stadium as we go to the top of the 4th.
Well, they just scored some runs in that last frame, and now they have to make sure they don't cough them up on defense right away. No better time than right now to have a 1-2-3 inning. Well, these Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. The high heat, too much on that one.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Yohendrick Pinango. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Like I said, his pitch count is high, so I got to expect they'll be turning to their bullpen sooner than they had hoped.
The 0-1. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2.
That's a ball.
In the air, left field. Bellinger on his way over, stretches out and hauls it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Jesus Sanchez.
Yeah.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And that one popped to short. And that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Blue Jays, but they're up 3-2. Back in New York, bottom of the 4th, Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees.
Bellinger.
Savage back to work.
Ball.
Bellinger, 30 years old now. He made his big league debut in 2018, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2013. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Ball 1.
The 1-0.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. That one a little bit
too high.
Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot, and they tie it up. It's 3-3.
The count was full, but he was ready to swing it. There he got a splitter that he was able to handle, allowed that pitch to travel a little bit deeper, and when it was time to commit, his hands exploded through the zone.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Ryan McMahon will hit next. That one's in there, 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
That's down.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Ball 1.
Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. The 1-1. Line drive to short and caught. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. We're tied now with 3 apiece. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. New inning getting started, and now for the Jays, Davis Schneider.
Ball, no. Yep.
Strike 2. That
Down,
one
ball
just
3.
misses. The other way, and it stays fair. So a man on base to start the inning.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Not even close there. Ball 1. High fly ball out towards left field. That's got a chance. Just missed it.
Up next for the BlueJays, the catcher, number 55, Tyler.
Go ahead run on base. Tyler Heineman getting ready to hit.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Ball. Ball.
Towards first. And they won't get him, and he goes first to third on the error.
A potential double play ball hit to first is probably the toughest one to execute cleanly. That first baseman has got a very tough throwing lane to deal with because of the runner headed to second base, and a lot of times guys try to throw over or around the runner, which can really mess up a throw like that. Still, definitely an error, though.
Right through there for a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out.
No.
Don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Movement in the Yankees pen. Camilo Doval, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Hedrick also getting ready.
Ball
Good
2.
spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Here's a 2-1. Way
Ball
high.
3.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
And fouled off. Runners at the corners, one away. And we're at the top of the 5th. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And a big spot here for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Inside.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. And a count 1-2. Two on, 2 outs. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job at getting out of the jam.
Back now in the Bronx. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Spencer Jones stepping in now for the Yankees. Right side, hard hit. Fires over to Guerrero. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, number 28, Este. Well.
Do it again.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Chase Lee getting loose out there. Rodriguez warming up as well. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering is fouled back. And a 1-1. Fought off foul. Just off the inside edge. Challenge from behind the dish here. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they're now out of challenges. Here's a 2-2. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Trent Grisham.
So the lineup flips over. Trent Grisham, the next to hit.
Ball. Outside, ball 2.
That one at 95 missed up top, and that's ball 3. Ben Rice waiting for a turn at the plate. And a foul ball. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Out towards right center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. 5 innings complete, all tied 3-3. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game.
Now pitching for the
Ryan Yarbrough into the game.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out. Well, these Blue Jays really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
0-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Ground ball to the right side. Rice takes it himself. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the 3rd baseman, number 7, Kazuma Okamoto.
So digging in, Kazuma Okamoto.
No. You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game. Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. This one in the air, right field.
Foul
foul ball. To the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next to the Blue Jays,
not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Got him swinging.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Go ahead run on base. Jesus Sanchez digs in now. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Blue Jays held in check. So no change in the score. It's 3-3.
Now pitching for
back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Chase Lee. He's been so good against lefties.
Leading off for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Ben Wright.
No,
Toronto's
down.
bullpen with some action. Tyler Rogers, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Fisher getting cranked up as well.
Ball.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Yankees.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Grounder might be 2. Flips it. 1 at second to Guerrero, and they turn 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Bellinger.
Base is empty after the double play. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. Infield shifted to the pull side. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th.
Let's go, Cody.
High.
Liner to second and picked on the hop. What a play. Inning over. Yanks held in check. Score remains tied at 3.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Yankees.
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jake Bird.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Leading off for Toronto, the left fielder, David Schneider.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one carrying, and it is out of here. And they jump in front in the 7th. It's 4-3.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling right there. welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it one-hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Up next to the Blue
Just a
Jays,
cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
So up next for Toronto, Tyler Heineman. His two-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Laser base hit. Coming around third is Jimenez. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Jake Bird departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Now on the bump, Camilo Doval.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
No.
The 1-0. Action in the pen down there. Brent Hedrick appears to be getting loose. Hill getting loose as well. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the top half of inning number 7. In the dirt. And that drops in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
One out man at first. So up next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that one fouled off. The 0-1.
Ball.
Doval, in his 5th season, he features a slider, a cutter, and he works in a sinker. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Heineman stands at first with 1 out. Here's a 1-2. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Vladdy with a star scraper. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 7-3.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Doval, a guy that features an absolute power slider, throws that pitch a lot. He throws it hard and gets a ton of swings and misses. High fly ball down the left field line. Way back
Foul
there.
ball.
And that's a foul ball.
Ball.
And I think being able to expand with that pitch as you start to offer at it that he can move it just a little bit further away. Before you know it, you're trying to hit a pitch that's off the plate.
Ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Two. That
Ball.
one is upstairs.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And he saw 8 pitches before earning the walk. Really professional AB.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So man aboard. Kazuma Okamoto will hit next. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Hard hit, knocks it down. Jazz tosses to first. Quick recovery from the misplay, pays off for the out.
The designated hitter,
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Camilo Doval will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher for the Yankees, Fernando Cruz.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. That's
Ball
off the
one.
mark. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Got him looking. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-run lead at 7-3. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back in the Bronx. Let's take a look at how the ball's been flying today. Plenty of power on both sides in this one.
Yeah, it seems like days like this get pitchers questioning their life choices, Boog. Any fan who goes for a bathroom break is at risk of missing another dinger.
And first offering is fouled off.
Ball 1. No.
Jazz goes down on strikes.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
So up next, Ryan McMahon. This splits between April and May there. Pulls that one foul.
That's a ball. Ball.
The Jays leading by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. Pitch
Ball.
misses, and now 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The 3-1. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Bullpen.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Chase Lee is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher
BlueJays.
now for the Jays,
Number 29,
Yariel Rodriguez.
Yariel.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That's in for a strike, a slider.
Ball. No.
Swinging a foul out of play. Two down, nobody on. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So the Yanks go in order. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Back in the Bronx, the spray chart shows us an impressive power display from this lineup. 4 homers so far.
Yeah, they've been sending him out all over the yard, Boog. Doesn't seem like there's anywhere for these pitchers to hide.
Just missed.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Misses
No, off the
outside.
plate.
3-1. That one
Ball
misses.
4, first
so
base.
lead-off walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
In the dirt. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. And that one is out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 9-3.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball, no.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field.